All right, let's talk about the brand new LP, the very first TombSwap LP, which is TOMB-MAI. We're going to cover this right here using TOMB with TOMB Finance. We're going to stake TOMB-MAI-LP to earn T-Share. 4 very simple steps. I'll walk you through them. First, we're going to go over to TombSwap. We're going to be able to get our TOMB-MAI. In this example, we're going to use FTM to get some TOMB. We use FTM to get some MAI. Then we're going to go to step 2 and we're going to create that LP. Then we're going to go to step 3 and then we're going to be able to put that LP in the cemetery. What you won't see in this video, eventually you will make rewards, the T-Share rewards. Those can then go to the masonry as if you normally would any of the other cemetery LPs. And then that will make you TOMB. And then what you do with that TOMB, you can rinse and repeat it to continue the cycle. So let's get started right away. First, let's take a look at the actual LP. You're going to come over to the home site. This is tomb.com. You're going to come over to the home site. You're going to head over to the cemetery. Once you're in the cemetery, on the right-hand side, you will see the brand new LP, TOMB-MAI-LP. Well, when you click on that, it's going to open up the window. You'll be able to see the APR, the daily APR, the TVL, and then when we are ready, we will get to this where we'll need to approve it. The first thing we need to do now is actually go and make that LP. So we're going to come on over to Swap. Once we're in Swap, we're going to take FTM and we're going to buy some TOMB. And we're going to take FTM, we're going to buy some MAI. And then we're going to head over to the liquidity tab and we're going to make that LP. So first thing we want to do over here is we want to select FTM. That's going to be our parent that we're taking off from. And from FTM, we're going to say, okay, well, we want to buy some TOMB with our FTM. And we'll keep it very simple for the example. We'll just do 50 FTM for TOMB and we'll do another 50 FTM for MAI. We got to let this load up for a second. Okay, just loaded right there. And we're going to take 50 over here and we're going to swap that out. Now, if you've never done this before, you will need to approve the selling of your FTM. You'll need to approve that on TombSwap. As normal, you'll get the notification over here for MetaMask. Just go ahead and click that. You'll be fine. You can close this window whenever you want. It's just a quick link over to FTM Scan. Close this. In the top right, you will notice that it's pending, but you can see that the balance is already dropped and this balance has already increased. So we're okay right there. Now we're going to get some MAI. So we're going to come down to MAI. Again, it's going to be FTM to MAI. Current balance is 92, but we're going to add to that. We're going to take 50 FTM and we're going to get 59 MAI in return. You can see price right here is at 0.83 per. We're going to swap that over. Now, if you already for the first time approved your FTM usage, then you're fine. You only have to do that one time unless you revoke it down the road. And again, over here, we're just going to say yes because we waited too long and has to reconfigure the gas. No problem. Confirm that. Close this. We'll see that this is pending. And if you watch this long enough, you will notice that this balance will decrease down to 36 and change. And this will increase to 142 and change, something along that line. We don't need to sit here and watch it, but you can see in the top right that it's already done. Here's your little confirmation. The next thing we want to do now is to actually create that LP, right? We want to be able to make the LP, and we could do that right here at TombSwap. We're just going to do it in the liquidity tab. So we're going to move on over to liquidity. Now, in this example right here, you can already see TOMB-MAI is already down here as we were doing some testing on this prior. But for everybody else, you're just going to go to add liquidity. Once you hit add liquidity, you're just going to fill in the blanks. We already have TOMB is pre-selected, so we're going to add MAI over here. If you remember, it was at 92. Right now, it's at 152, 10 above my quick math, my napkin math, which was incorrect by 10. So we have TOMB and we have MAI. Now you have to decide how much you want to use, and this is where it could get a little bit tricky. If you're on the FTM network and you're making an FTM LP, you would absolutely never want to hit the max button. In this scenario here, you could actually hit the max button, but just to keep things very simple, we're just going to do 100 of each. So we'll do 100 of TOMB, and because TOMB is going to be a different price than MAI, we're going to see the difference right here. So we add in 100 TOMB, it's going to cost us 114 MAI in order to get a nice 50-50 that works. Once you have this in, you're going to go to supply. You're going to confirm supply just as you would any other swap, right? And then you're going to come over here and you're going to confirm it. Now, once again, you will get notified on here that you're using your TOMB and you're using your MAI. So if you haven't already approved those things, then you will need to approve those. So one quick hop and a step over to that area where you're going to have to just approve it and just sign it. You'll get the notification in MetaMask and everything will be okay. Now that this is sort of pending in the background, right? It just finished right now, add 100 TOMB and 114 MAI. Then we will see the position go up. So our position right now was at 10 and now it has gone up to 110, which gives us our total position right here. Now we can go over to the cemetery and we could take advantage of this brand new LP. So we're going to click on view, and just as you would with any other asset, we need to approve it first. So we're going to approve that we're going to use it. You're going to have to sign this over here in MetaMask. So we're going to do that right now. You're going to have to give that a few seconds, anywhere between, let's say, 4 seconds up to about 30 seconds. If you feel like it's taking too long, you could just simply refresh the page and that usually fixes it. But right here, you can see that it's been approved. Everything is okay. We'll need to wait a little bit for this to actually go away. But what we'll do now, we'll just hit reload. We'll see if that button is good, and it is. So now that we're good over here, we have two options. We have a minus and we have a plus. So plus is we want to add liquidity. We want to provide liquidity using our LPs. So what we're going to do over here, we have 113, just going to hit max. We're going to hit confirm, head on over to MetaMask once again, and you're going to confirm this over here. And then as that is happening in the background, you'll get the same thing. You'll get the warning up top, which will tell you that it's all done. It's happening, it's processing everything on the blockchain, and then this will eventually populate, which will then add those 110 LPs, and you'll get a USD value over there, and then that will eventually you'll see some rewards over here. So for T-Share specifically, this UI is 4 digits long, so you will not see rewards until you have at least generated 0.0001. This is also a cemetery LP. This goes off of emissions. So this goes 24/7. 24/7. You don't have to worry about TWAP. You don't have to worry about epochs. There are no locks on here. You just simply supply and farm. That's it. So just farm and chill 24/7. At the moment, you're getting daily APR 0.93. Of course, this will work its way down as the TVL goes up, but right now it's absolutely fantastic. APR total 340, TVL is sitting at 24 million. So right here you can see our LPs are staked. Now they are, our LPs are working. And right now our money is working for us. And this is in a TOMB-MAI-LP, brand new LP, first LP on TombSwap. One other thing to mention with these LPs, everything that we just did in swap, everything that we did while we were over here is now providing those fees that we paid in MetaMask. Half of that fee goes back to the LP holder, and the other half of that fee goes to the DAO to help build up the DAO, build up the war chest, and increase the potential for the DAO stepping in to stabilize the peg and the whole 9 yards. It's just very, very, very good for the whole protocol, very good for the whole ecosystem. Once again, the only thing we're not going to cover here right now is simply this part here. You have to wait for these rewards to accumulate to the point where it makes sense for you to withdraw it. Then you can stake it in the masonry. And the masonry, again, you have to wait for those rewards. We need to be a TWAP ending in 101 or higher in order to mint new TOMB. And then you could take that TOMB as a reward and start the cycle all over again with TombSwap. And you could sell half off for MAI, make your LPs, the whole 9 yards. All right, so that will wrap it up for using TOMB with TOMB Finance for staking the TOMB-MAI, the brand new TOMB-MAI-LP in the cemetery to earn T-Share rewards.